Hi, I'm Matthew, founder of Despatch Cloud, and I'm going to talk to you today about batching. So, batching is the concept of basically taking a lot of orders that you need to ship, processing them all in one go, and then effectively having your printer just print out multiple labels. Everyone's seen batching, it's one of the most common ways that people ship. But what we've done here at Despatch Cloud is we've tried to reimagine the way in which some of that works and try to look at the limitations of batching and how we can solve it. So we've obviously got all the kind of standard stuff you would expect, such as the ability to do a shipping label, then a picking list, and a shipping label, then a picking list. And that's been around for a long time. There's nothing really that special there. But we've got the standard basis covered. Where we've taken batching to the next level, and what's really interesting, is we've done some work to ensure that when our software batches labels, they're batched as fast as possible. Because what we do is we look at how many labels can be generated in the time available, and we max that out at all times. So we have algorithms in the background that work to ensure that when we're requesting data from carriers, or when we're sending data to carriers, we're always pushing that to the maximum that we can do. One of the cool things that Despatch Cloud's done with batching, as well as all the standard stuff you would expect, such as the ability to do labels, the ability to have a picking list and then a label, is we've looked at our batching technology and how we batch and how we communicate with the carriers, and we've moved latency wherever possible. So with some systems, if you're doing a batch of 100 orders, that might take 200 seconds, where with Dispatch Cloud now, if you're doing a batch of 100 orders, that should take 10 to 15 seconds. Depending on courier and depending on the exact configuration, point being that we've looked at how we batch and how we communicate that data and removed latency where we can, which means that I can sit here and say that with Dispatch Cloud, batching is as fast as it can be. So if we look at why might people batch, well, batching really depends on the kind of items that you're shipping. But if you're shipping lots of the same item, quite often batching can be the fastest, most effective way of doing it. During COVID, I remember a situation where people were selling lots of toilet roll, and I remember seeing pallets and pallets of toilet roll literally being taken off one pallet, labelled up and put on another pallet. In that case, something like batching is fantastic. You can just print out thousands and thousands of labels, stand there, grab something, label it, move it to the next pallet, straight out the door. Depending on what you're shipping, the batching in smaller quantities might be better. If you're selling things where you might sell 100 or 200 of a single item, just go and pick 200 of the item, print your 200 batch labels and just stick them on. Get the items out the door nice and fast. How you ship and how you should use batching within your business depends on your business and depends what you're selling. But within the Dispatch Cloud suite, batching is available, batching is fast, and batching is an option that we can help advise you on if you think that's something that you want to look at. So in conclusion, Dispatch Cloud supports different types of batching for both single and multi-orders. We support batching for all of the couriers that we work with, so there's over 150 different courier options there that you can batch with. And also, you can create one batch with lots of different couriers, so it doesn't have to be I'm going to batch all my courier X and all my courier Y together. You can have a batch with mixed couriers and mixed services. As well as that, Dispatch Cloud core goal is to remove latency, and we've done that with our batching technology. So our batching is as fast as it can be, meaning that you're wasting as little time as possible waiting and spending as much time as possible packing.